Hi, I'm Ray from Travels with Miranda. It's a beautiful day here in Dallas, Texas. I am going to take you on a video tour of my rig. So as you can see in this shot here, there's my Toad, my Ford Ranger Moya, and this is my 32-foot Class C motorhome Miranda. Let's see if we can get a full wide shot of Miranda. So what makes her a Class C motorhome is that she's built on a cutaway Ford chassis. So you can tell by the fact that she's got basically a normal truck at the front and there's an overhang over the top. So this is a nice size motorhome for living in full-time for one person. As you can see, I have lots of exterior storage compartments. This is my Ready Brute tow bar that has a braking system installed in it. Again, more storage on this side. You can see the sewer hookups underneath there, power hookup. So you enter amidship, and this is one thing I really don't like about this rig, is you enter right into the kitchen. So this is my boy Neelix here saying hello, and right to the left of him there is the big pile of shoes, because you know I'm a girl. So we walk into the kitchen, living room, dining area. Immediately you can probably tell that it's not your typical motorhome layout. I pretty much gutted this room and I started from scratch because there was just way too many places to sit. So we'll start out here in the loft area. This is the overcab area. I sleep up in the bed area up here, so it looks kind of dark and cramped up there, but I love it. It's a cozy little nest. The windows are shut and everything, so there's no air circulation. I can bring a fan in if I need to, but it's just really dark and quiet up there, and I really, really like it. And I get up there with just this wooden ladder here. And then as you can see, right along the front here, we've added, my mother and I, added a wall that separates me from the cab, so it keeps me feeling like I'm living in an apartment, and it's just really good also for climate control. So it's just basically a panel that I just lift these catches here and I can just pull it right out and I can go into the cab this way. When it's closed, I just really feel like I'm living in a proper building and not, you know, I don't have a steering wheel in my living room. On this side here, this used to be the dinette area here, and I just took the dinette table and I built a cabinets over one of the bench bases, so I have more storage on both sides, and then I use the dinette table as extra counter space. So this gives me more like a U-shaped kitchen. On this side, this is basically the cat area. I'm trying out a new type of litter box. I was really, really into my Omega paw litter box that you roll. Great for mom, not so great for the cats. It was kind of small and cramped. Neelix is a big cat. I saw the top entry litter box, I think at Walmart, $40. I thought that's ridiculous. I can probably make one for less than that. So I just went to Target or something and I bought a tote, made a hole in the lid just to try it out. And Neelix is loving it. Tabitha's not so sure about it, but I'm definitely picking up a lot less litter on the floor. And then I've got a nice little bookcase there. I've built it up. Underneath it is my ductwork for my furnace. Here in the ladder you can see this is my battery monitor. And then down behind the chair I have, it's kind of messy back there, but you can kind of see that my inverter is in there. That yellow plug there is the 120 extension cord that goes to my shore power cable. I've got a nice cozy recliner lounger here with an ottoman. Of course, another cat perch. This is one fault of this rig, is when the door is open to have the screen door, the window's blocked. So it's not very practical. I wish they had kind of reversed that layout. Up above in here, I have my very, very fancy curtain holding system, but it's also a pantry area up in here. So all these are pantry. I have got another pantry cupboard right in here. And you can see I've got room for cans and baking goods and things like that. Up in here I have more storage for household goods. For example, here I think I've got like my rice cooker and salad spinner and things like that. So lots of nice storage in this room. In the kitchen area here, I added this extra little cabinet here from Target. I don't know what I'm going to do with the top part yet, but it's just really nice just to have things handy that used to kind of sit on the counter, and then they would go into the sink when I traveled, and it was just a pain. You probably wonder where I eat now. If I'm not eating at my desk, to be honest, I will sit at this stool, and I've got this little table here that can flip up. On this side, this is like the kitchen proper. I have this extra cabinet that I built. My pots and pans go in here now, which is just fabulous. They used to go underneath the sink, and I love not having to crawl on my hands and knees to get the big pot. I've got a really nice size stove in this motorhome. It's 24 inches wide. It's a really nice deep oven. I can cook anything in here. It's not a toy oven at all. I thought that the counter space in here was kind of ridiculous. I mean, this area here is only really good for drying your dishes and stuff. So I put the cubbies there. My utensils, like forks and knives and things like that, are in there, and it works really well for me. It might not seem like the most efficient use of space, but really, I really like having that there. I've got my crock with my utensils, my knife bar, the toaster's hidden in the corner. So this is actually a really nice functional kitchen, because this is sort of like the cleaning station, and then I can just prep over here. I've also got a microwave oven up here. I don't use it that much, even when I'm on shore power. It's just not something that I think about that much. These are the useless controls, or mostly useless controls. Like these are my little test lights, and really they're not that accurate. This here is actually a meat thermometer. It has like a probe that I can bring into the oven to cook meat, but I use it mostly as a timer. I make my coffee with a French press, and it needs 2 minutes to steep, so I just set that to 2 minutes, and it works great. Also in the kitchen, I've got cabinets up above. It wasn't enough when I started, but I'm continuing to prune. It looks really messy, but actually everything in here is really accessible now. I've really trimmed it down to what I really need. Some spices up here. Down in here, I've got 3 sets of drawers. It took me a long time to figure out what to do with these drawers, because they're just not that easy to open. I wound up putting my dishcloths in there and dish towels and things. One of the nice features of this motorhome, again, is the huge fridge. I think it's a 7.5 cubic foot fridge. So it is, for one person, this is like all the space I need. I can barely ever fill it up, actually. As you can see, there's lots of room in there. And same thing with the freezer. Lots of room in the freezer, which is really awesome. One of the very first mods that I made was I put in a cabinet above the fridge. On the side of this cabinet, you can see this is my solar monitor array thingy-bob, and it just, right now I've got it on shore power, so it's not doing much. Also on my fridge, I got this little tip from andybaird.com, Eureka. I have thermometers monitoring the temperature of my fridge. And right now, the fridge and freezer are running really hot, but I think part of it is that it is hot in here. So I've got it set on coldest, and it usually, gets better overnight. So from the kitchen, we're going to go into the dressing room area. There's a really nice, heavy pocket door that separates this space.